This video is for all of the folks on the far right wing of the political aisle that claim to be that claim that they are the party of the First Amendment, that they are the party that is going to protect Americans' free speech. We keep telling you that Donald Trump and his cohorts are fascists. And one of the things that fascists do is they attempt to control the media. They don't give a fuck about free speech. You guys say Donnie's all about protecting free speech. I say he's all about protecting himself and silencing any media he doesn't like, that he doesn't agree with, that doesn't do as he says. We saw this in his first term in office when he tried to or advocated for suing reporters and news outlets that wrote unflattering stories of him. And now we're seeing shit happen again in the second term.
We have some breaking news right now. The Associated Press says that its reporter was blocked from entering the Oval Office today during an executive order signing session because the newspaper would not use the term Gulf of America in its reporting and sticks to Gulf of Mexico. In a new statement issued by the AP, it says, today we were informed by the White House that if the AP did not align its editorial standard with President Donald Trump's executive order renaming the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America, AP would be barred from accessing an event in the Oval Office. This afternoon, AP's reporter was blocked from attending an executive order signing. This is a direct assault on the media and on the free press, folks. I'm not the AP, but I also will not be using the term Gulf of America. I will be using the term Gulf of Mexico because that is what the body of water has and has always been called. I'll do a full breakdown literally in minutes on my Substack linked in my bio of this and so much more. So be sure to subscribe for free and spread the word because this is happening in real time right now. As always, follow along for all the news you need to know about.
That's fascism. Pure and simple. That's fascism. That is a political leader telling a free news outlet, and one of the biggest in the world. AP feeds several different news outlets around the world, telling one of the largest news outlets in the world, that has been the largest news outlet in the world or one of the largest news outlets in the world for quite some time, that if you don't report the news as we say it is, then you don't get to come in anymore. Just because Donald Trump calls it the Gulf of America doesn't mean it's the Gulf of America. It's been the Gulf of Mexico for, well, what, since the 1600s, I believe it is. But the point of the whole video is this is fascism. You don't report the news the way I say it is, then you don't get access. That is pure and utter fascism and a violation of the First Amendment. That is the government trying to control what it is you hear, read, and see. Now, like Aaron Parnas, I'm not going to ever refer to it as the Gulf of America except when reporting about idiots who do. Reporting, making content. I'm not a reporter. But my God, what the fuck is going on in this country, man? Do you folks on the right, do you red hats agree with this? That if the news organization doesn't report the news as the president says so, then they should be blocked. So you'd be okay if a Democrat won the next time around and said the same thing to Fox, OAN, and Newsmax. You don't report the news the way we say it should be reported, so you don't get access. You'd be okay with that. Every single day we get new evidence as to how much of a fascist Donald Trump actually is. And the folks that claim to be the most patriotic in this country proudly stand shoulder to shoulder with said fascists.